As planned, we are starting the weekday classes from today. Okay. And I thought of starting with, what to do for the rest of the months that we have. Okay. So from now on, it's time to get serious. So if you have already started to prepare, dedicate time each and every day for CLAT. Okay. That's very good. If not, you need to start giving time to prepare each and every day. Okay. So from now on, everything counts. Okay, each and every effort that you put matters a lot. So please do be, cautious that we have only a couple of months left. Okay, moving forward. And if you haven't taken anything seriously, like the classes or the mock tests, I think you're getting daily dose in your MyZone account. Each and every day you have some questions getting updated in your MyZone. Okay. So start taking all those things. See, the main reason for this daily dose test is, let's say you have a test tomorrow in your school. Okay. So today you need to prepare for the test. In that case, what happens is the daily dose will help you to keep in touch with CLAT type of questions. That is why daily dose questions are given to you. Daily dose tests are given to you in MyZone. Okay, I suppose it has started. It's started already. If not, it will start sooner. But I think it has started. Okay, I did not check anyone's aspiration or MyZone account. Probably I request you people to check it. Okay, so if daily dose tests are available, please start taking daily dose tests each and every day. You have a small test updated. Okay, so please take those tests. And okay, so today's session especially is to address most of your questions. Okay, fine. So we have only 5 months left, right? So not even 5 months, right? So you might have something in your mind. So to answer all these questions, only we have this session planned, because before we are starting something, rigorously from now on. We have weekday classes, weekend classes as usual. Okay. And in the weekend classes, we also have the mock test for you people, right? So weekday classes are being added so that you get more seriousness towards the examination, to remind you the exams are close. Okay. The CLAT and AILET both are close. So that's why. We are also trying to take efforts, put a lot of efforts for you people. In the same time, if you are also, you people, do put efforts, then definitely you'll be able to see the results after the examinations. Okay. So without any delay, let's start today's session. So I have planned the session in a certain way, but if in case you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the chat. Okay. So if I'm able to take it immediately, I'll take it immediately and I'll answer those questions. Or else I'll take all the questions at the last. Okay. So we can do it either way. Fine. So the session name is named as 5 months to CLAT and AILET. So since we have, close to 5 months or not even 5 months, that's what is the time left. Okay. So let's proceed. Around 150 days. So the questions that might pop up in most of your mind could be this. It's just my assumption. Okay. I have picked a few questions. Few people are openly speaking, and those people have spoken these words as doubts. My mark remains the same. Why doesn't it increase? A major question that I can, hear from most of the people. Can I get a thumbs up if the same question comes to your mind? No thumbs ups. Two people have given a thumbs up. Three. That's all. So others don't have this question in their mind. That's what I have to assume. Okay. True. Mm, yes. So I can see many people now giving a thumbs up for this, right? the mark remains the same. Okay. So, okay, Gurubita has given a question like I make mistake in English in a particular in one examination, but the next one I don't make the mistakes in English, but in some other section. So this is a normal. You need not worry at all. See why this happens. In that particular exam, English would have been difficult, so you have lost so many marks in English. In the next exam, the other section you're telling where you lost marks would have been difficult, and that will be the reason you have lost marks. If you're consistently losing marks in a particular section, then that is the area you need to worry about. Okay. So it's normal, you lose marks in one section in one exam, and then, other exam you lose marks in other section. That's quite normal. No need to worry. The next question I have put here is like, am I investing the right amount of time or am I investing any time at all? So how many of you have this in your mind? Again, either you can raise hand or give a thumbs up. Mm. Okay, again, a few people have responded. Okay, so if you haven't responded, you think you are giving enough time for the preparation, then think about the first question. Okay, right. So if you have the first question in your mind, then obviously you should think about the second question as well. Okay, all are interrelated, interconnected here. Okay, so the third one, do I have enough resources to prepare? So how many of you have this question in your mind? Any response to this? Do I have enough resources to prepare? Okay, so I'm not getting any response, but maybe a few people would have this in your mind, right? Next one is, do I need a schedule, roadmap, or a personalized strategy? How many of you have this in your mind? Yes, a couple of people again. Okay, many for this one. Okay, so the remaining two questions are the obvious. Both the questions, it requires a lot of time and a lot of efforts, but they do give a very less number of marks or scored when you take the test. Okay, but you need to look in this way. Current affairs and GK together, it almost gives you around 25 to 30 marks, quant 10 to 12 marks. So let's say the last year's pattern 28 and 12. So 40 marks. GK, current affairs, and math consist of 40 marks. Okay, out of these 40, you should be able to get 25. Not attempting 25. I'm telling you, you should be able to get 25 out of this 40 at least. Okay. So 25 in this and 60 out of 80 in your reading section, which includes English reading, reading comprehension, logical reasoning, legal reasoning. Okay. And that would only give you 80, the score of 80, 85. Okay. So we'll discuss about all these things in detail. Okay. So these questions would, be answered definitely in this session. Apart from this, if you have any other queries also, you can post it. We can discuss the same. Okay. So the learnings that we need from the previous year is not much because the previous year paper was too simple for anyone preparing for CLAT. But at the same time, what happened is by looking at the paper, which was too different from what students took in their mock test or saw in the previous years. Okay, so that was something different that happened to the students. So they were not able to score more than 90. Our students especially, okay, were not able to score more than 90 as a score. And the problem that I understood was 50 percentage of their preparation, they thought quant is not required. Okay, the remaining 50 percentage, they were trying to improve their quant, which was not possible for the students to do. So you need to think about that really. Okay, so much because quant is going to be the inevitable part when we take this examination. So you need to attempt attempt and get a minimum of 5 to 6 marks out of 10 to 12 marks, which is 50 percentage of the marks you need to target from one. Okay. So once I explain, everything to you, you will be able to get a grasp of this. Okay. So the pattern got changed, 120 questions. Okay. The duration was same, 120 minutes as that of the previous year. Marking scheme was same. As we can see, reading comprehension at 24 questions, GK and current affairs at 28, and legal reasoning 32, logical reasoning 24, and quant, there were 12 questions. I have also given a percentage. I think the same might be the case or scenario in the next examination, or else the worst case number of passages might increase. Okay. So in the previous examination, the number of passages were less. So next examination, they might increase the number of passages. Okay. Or they might keep the passages in the same way like previous year. The level of the passage and the questions might be increased. So I think next examination is going to be a bit moderate one, not a very easy one. It will be a moderate examination to be faced. Okay, so accordingly, we need to prepare and we need to have targets in our mind as well. Okay, and speaking about IELT, so there was no big change. Only the way the questions were asked, only that was changed in IELT. So they gave English separate passages, 50 questions, GK and current affairs, 30 questions, logical reasoning, separate questions, 70 questions. Okay. So these are the things that we should know. So no big change when it comes to IELT. The same models of question they had. Okay, in the 70 questions, they included logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, and also some quant and legal reasoning. All these four together came in logical reasoning itself. Okay. Level of difficulty, it's always the same. They have easy to moderate level for IELT. I don't think the last 4 to 5 years IELT was difficult. Okay. So last 4 to 5 years, easy to moderate was the level of the examination, but time management was pretty difficult. But the change that happened in the previous IELT was the duration was changed to 120 minutes from 90 minutes. Earlier, it used to be 150 questions in 90 minutes. Okay. Only 1.5 hours for 150 questions. The previous highlight, what happened is they gave 120 minutes because CLAT said we are making the exam student friendly. So Delhi also said that we'll also make the paper student friendly. So we are giving extra time. Number of questions 150, but we are giving extra time. So they gave 120 minutes. That was the change that happened when it comes to the duration of the examination. Okay, that's the advantage you people might have. So because of this, what will happen is the cutoffs might rise. That's the only thing. Okay. So we'll discuss about that as well. When we speak about, the marks and cutoffs, we'll speak about that as well. So what is a good score in CLAT? So first of all, you people would have done a lot of research, right? So, thinking about the past experiences, students would have given you some idea, even during the achievers meet, you would have asked someone like what was their score and what is the score that you might need to target. I don't know how many of you asked this question. Almost everybody were silent. Okay, so what do you think is a good score in CLAT? Yes. So you might have some national law schools in your mind, right? In the college and at the Venus Reserving. I'm not speaking about the top ones. Top ones will be everybody's priority. You will have something in your லாஸ்டா இந்த எண்ணெய் வாட்ச் எனக்கு கிடைச்சா ஓகே அப்படின்னு உங்க மைண்ட்ல ஒன்று இருக்கும், ரைட்? வாட் யூ திங்க் இஸ் ஸ்கோர் ரெக்வயர்ட் ஃபார் த லாஸ்ட் என்எல்இ தட் யூ ஹேவ் இன் யர் மைண்ட்? தட்ஸ் வை குட் ஸ்கோர்னு போட்டிருக்கேன். ஓகே. ஸோ குட் ஸ்கோர்னா டீசென்ட் ஸ்கோர். அதுக்கு மீனிங் என்னன்னா, நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி யூ வில் ஹாவ் சம்திங் இன் யுவர் மைண்ட் அஸ் அ லாஸ்ட். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், நிறைய பேருக்கு எனக்கு வேற ஒரு டாப் 5 என்எல்யூஸ் கிடைக்கலன்னு எனக்கு திருச்சி போதும் அப்படின்னு உங்க மைண்ட் செட்ல இருந்துச்சுன்னா, அந்த திருச்சிக்கு எவ்வளவு மார்க் வேணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ அம். It could be any national law school, but what do you think the score required? So Gurumita has given 90 plus, Yarani has given 80 plus, 80 to 90. Akshay has given 90 plus, Atamika KS has given 85. So this each and every year, changes. Each and every year this changes. Okay. So last year the exam was very easy, and so the mark hiked. So yes, very I mean a good score, a decent score, a good score to get into any one of the NLU as but the previous CLAT. Okay. So a year before that it was 70 plus. So 10 marks difference கண்டிப்பா இருக்கு. 70 plus இருந்தா திருச்சி மாதிரி ஒரு law school கிடைக்கும். Okay. இப்போ 2023 கிளாட்டுக்கு 2024 கிளாட்டுக்கு என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு 80 பிளஸ் இருந்தாதான் திருச்சி மாதிரி ஒரு நிலை வச்சு கிடைக்கும். ஸோ திஸ் வாஸ் அ சினாரியோ. Okay. So based on the previous year 2024, so this is an approximate. Okay, not the exact data. அது கிடைக்காது இப்போதைக்கு. Okay, we have to work on it. So from basic understanding of what happened, this has been done. So இப்போ ஒரு 80 plus இருந்துச்சுன்னா, if the score was like 80 plus, the last couple of colleges rankingல கடைசியா இருக்கு இல்லையா, Sonipet, Shimla, Jabalpur, these kind of colleges. So above 80, like around 85. So 85 மாதிரி இருந்தா திருச்சி, விசாகப்பட்டினம், குவாஹாட்டி, ராஞ்சி. So these kind of colleges. So ஒரு 90, around 90ல இருந்துச்சு like கொச்சி, கட்டக். So ஒரு ரேங்கிங்ல ஒரு 10ல இருந்து 15, 11ல இருந்து 15 இருக்கிற ஒரு காலேஜஸ் வந்து ஒரு 90 ஸ்கோரர்ஸ் தேவைப்பட்டுச்சு. ஸோ ஒரு 93க்கு மேல அப்படின்னா லைக் லக்னோ, மும்பை, இந்த டாப் 6 to 10 இருக்கிற காலேஜஸ். 95க்கு மேலனா டாப் 6, 7 இருக்கிற காலேஜஸ் லைக் போபால், காந்திநகர், ஜோத்பூர். ஸோ அபவ் 97 ஃபார் above 97 for the top 3 national law schools. Okay, so this is a rough picture that I'm giving you. Okay, it may not be the same because in the exam it was so simple as you would have seen already the paper. If not, please go through CLAT 2024's paper for sure. Okay, the exam was so easy, and still these were the cutoffs. If you look at this is not an exact picture, but to get some idea, you definitely need this. The top இருக்கிறதுக்கும் பாட்டம்ல இருக்கிறதுக்கும் மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா வேணும். ஓகே, எந்த ரேஞ்சுக்குள்ள இந்த ரேஞ்சுக்குள்ள வந்து ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு என்எல்இ வாசி கிடைச்சிருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறது யூ ஷுட் டெஃபினெட்லி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். ஸோ வி ஹேவ் திஸ். ஸோ வாட் குட் பி த பிக்சர் ஃபார் த நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் தட் த எக்ஸாம் தட் வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு ஃபேஸ் அப்போ இன்னும் ஒரு கட் ஆஃபாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ ஆஸ் பர் ஆர் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், ஸோ நானும் சொன்னேன்னா இட்ஸ் நாட் ஒன்லி அபவுட் மீ. The discussion we have among our team members and everything. Okay, the understanding we have is like we cannot expect the same easy level of paper again in the next year because each and every year a different campus conducts this examination. Question paper set பண்றாங்க இல்லையா, அது வந்து ஒரு இயர் பெங்களூர் என்எல்எஸ்ஐ செட் பண்ணுவாங்க, இன்னொரு இயர் ஹைதராபாத் நல்சார் செட் பண்ணுவாங்க, இன்னொரு இயர் வந்து குஜராத் நேஷனல் லா யூனிவர்சிட்டி ஜேஎன்எல்யூ செட் பண்ணுவாங்க, இன்னொரு இயர் வந்து டிஎன்என்எல்யூ தமிழ்நாடு law university, national law university set பண்ணுவாங்க. So each and every year the question paper will be set by different campus. The management, the people for that, they will have the academicians, they will set the question paper. Because of this reason, the question paper might not be of the same level as it of the previous year. That's what we need to understand. இப்போ கொஞ்சம் moderate level காச்சும் போச்சுன்னா, so that is what we can expect when you are going to face. Okay, so the same kind of colleges I have taken here. So this is what we can expect to 75 ஆச்சு தேவைப்படும். Okay, right? If the question is moderate to difficult, if the question paper, the question paper is moderate to difficult, the cutoffs might go down further. But if the question paper is moderate, then I think 75 plus would land you in any one of the national law school. 80 plus திருச்சி மாதிரி ஒரு national law school கிடைக்கும். 90 plus for the top 10 national law schools. That's what we can expect. So if you are crossing 95, then you are in a very good place. 95 can now score எடுக்க முடியுது out of 120, then you are in a very good place. Okay, but this cannot happen in a single day. Okay, ஒரே நாள்ல இது நடந்துராது because you need to take this much score out of 120 questions. So which means you should be able to go through all 120 questions. 120 questions உங்களால 2 hours இல்ல 120 minutesல go through பண்ண முடிஞ்சிருக்கணும். See, that is how you need to prepare from now on. So from now on, your focus should be, you should be able to go through 120 questions, which means you have to decide at the right time to leave a question. Are you able to understand? Okay, ஒரு கொஸ்டினுக்கு இவ்வளோ டைம் தான் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவோம். ஒரு 30 seconds or 20 seconds ஒரு கொஸ்டினை படிக்கிறேன், இதை நான் அட்டென்ட் பண்ணணுமா வேணாமான்னு டிசைட் பண்றேன். மூவிங் டு த நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின். Okay, so you have to use minimum amount of time to decide whether to attempt the question or not and move on to the next question. Okay, maybe you can come back to the questions later. Okay, revisit the questions later if you're confused with a particular question. So that kind of mindset is what you require from now on. Okay, see, the main reason we are discussing this is from the upcoming mock test. In our Sunday mock, you have to start implementing these kind of things. So whatever we are discussing, you should start implementing, the things that we are discussing today, the strategies that we are discussing today. So the main focus for the today's session is you need to, think in this perspective. We have only 150 days or less than 150 days. Okay, right, and this is the score, this is the target that we need. So உங்களுக்கு ஒரு target வேணும் இல்லையா? That's why I'm giving a rough picture here. Okay, I'm giving you this rough target because you need to start working, okay, towards this target. எனக்கு Bangalore, Hyderabad is the target அப்படின்னா 100 is a minimum score that you need to target for. Okay, so 95 plusங்கிறது ஓகே, மேபி ஆக்சுவல் கிளாட்ல உங்களுக்கு 100 ரீச் 90 பிளஸ் நீங்க மார்க்ஸ்ல கன்சிஸ்டண்டா எடுக்க முடியுதுன்னா ஆக்சுவல் கிளாட்ல யூ வில் பி ஏபிள் டு ஸ்கோர் அரௌண்ட் 100 அப்படின்னு நீங்க ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ்க்கு கண்டிப்பா வர முடியும். மார்க் டெஸ்ட்லாம் ஒரு 70 to 80 எடுக்கிறீங்க. If you are able to get 70 to 80 in your mock tests, then maybe the same mark you will be able to get in the CLAT or even more than that. Okay, depending upon the level of the CLAT examination happens on December 1st. Okay, so whatever we discussed today, please start accepting whatever you are learning today and start implementing those from the upcoming mocks and upcoming whenever you practice. Okay, in your upcoming schedule you have to implement these things. Okay, and first of all, our mindset matters a lot. Okay, so you need to fix your mind. Whatever change happens, we need to be ready to face the change. ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் 120 கொஸ்டின்ஸ்க்கு பதிலாக கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர்ல 150 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்னாலும் ஓகே, 150 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எனக்கு 150 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருக்குன்னா மற்றவங்க எல்லாத்துக்குமே 150 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ they all will be also what in panic. Okay, so at that time you have to have the cool with you and you have to start writing the examination. அப்படியே blank data அங்கே நிற்க கூடாது. ஸோ இப்போ இருந்து your mind should be prepared for that. So expect in each and every mock that surprise. Okay, let's move to the next one. What is a good score in AILET? AILET, as I was telling you, they have given more time. Okay, the duration has been changed to 90, from 90 to 120 minutes, right? So which means 100 plus would be a good score when we speak about AILET. Okay, the exam happens for 150 and 120 minutes is the time. Negative marks are there, like CLAT, 0.25 is a negative mark. Okay, on average, are the marks we take easier or harder in general compared to the actual paper? So on an average, the mock test that you are taking is a bit difficult level compared to the actual CLAT exam happens on average. Okay, but marks எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு ஒரே மாதிரி இருந்திருக்காது. I think the previous mock that you wrote was a bit easier than the earlier mock you wrote. Mock testலயே சொல்றேன். So mocks are catered in such a way, one test would be easy, the other would be difficult, and in one test the number of passages would be less. For 120 questions, the other test would have more number of passages. Okay, so the very different mock test conduct பண்றோம் because you should have the same kind of mindset. Okay, but coming to the level wise, if you take the mock tests, they are a bit difficult than the actual CLAT examination. Okay, so that is how the mocks are designed. Okay, to answer your question, Dekshita, right? So knowing about the good scores is done. So we now know the targets. Okay, we now know the targets that we need to work upon. Okay, so after knowing about this, the next part is what should we do? That's what is the next question, right? So now we have this targets and right. So the next thing that we should focus on is what should we do? Okay, so that is where I come to the place where address most of your doubts. Okay, the initial part which we discussed, the dilemma. Okay, so let's start with the first question. Uh, yes. So my mark remains the same. Why doesn't it increase? This was the first question. Even I have listed, the first slide itself. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Why does your mark remains the same, and why isn't it increasing? The people who raised hand gave a thumbs up when I told you that whomsoever have this question in your mind, please raise your hand and give a thumbs up. You people gave it. So tell me, what is in your mind? What do you think is the reason for this? Because you would have already thought about this. You had this question in you. Okay, Gurumita has given less practice. Okay, good. Anything else like this? Yashika has given not focusing on weak sections and not increasing the number of questions. So, not increasing the number of questions in a sense, in the mock test, you mean the attempts, or do you mean the number of questions that you practice each and every day? Which one do you mention, Yashika? Okay, Dikshita has given not analyzing the marks properly. Very good. Samiksha has given a number of attempts remaining the same. Attempts remains the same, so mark remains the same. Okay. Number of questions I attend in mock test. Okay, good. Yashika. Good. So you have some understanding, okay? Like why your mark remains the same. Okay. One more response from Shruti using the same strategy for each mark. For example, the order in which we attempt the sections during the mark. Okay, fine. So that is another reason from Shruti for the marks to remain the same. Okay, done. So different reasons from different people, right? Number of atoms are less, so the marks are less, or number of atoms same, the mark is same. Using same strategy from Shruti, okay. So Yashika's answer is also similar, like focusing on the atoms, less marks. In addition to that, Yashika also told not focusing on the weak area, okay. And most importantly, the answer of Dikshita, like not analyzing the mock test well. And finally, coming to Guruvita's answer, lacking of practice, lack of practice, right? So, very good. So, these are some significant things that we need to keep in your mind. Okay, right. So, we need to keep in our mind, right? Very good. So, you people know like what is the problem. Okay, why do your mark remain the same? So please start and work on it. Okay, but if you ask me, if your marks remains the same, okay, if your marks, if your marks are remains the same, you are at your comfort zone. You are at your comfort zone. Okay, now you need to think about overcoming this comfort zone. You have to come out of this comfort zone. Okay, so why do you get the same? Let's say, for example, a few people might get from 50 to 60 in almost the last 5 to 10 mock test. You got 50 to 60. Few people 40 to 50 the last 10 marks. Few people 70 to 80 in the last 10 marks. So take it as a range. That is what we can also observe because the exact marks cannot repeat. Okay, so if the marks are repeating, you are at your comfort zone. At the earlier stage when you took the mock test, okay, so in one mock you would have got so much, in the other mock you would have got less, okay, very less. This difference would have been there. But now, as you can see, you are coming in a particular range, right? Most of your test comes in particular range, which means you have taken some efforts which led you to reach your comfort zone. You have put some efforts which led you to your comfort zone. Now you need to come out of this comfort zone, which means you need to increase everything what you are doing. Okay, maybe a few students would have put zero efforts to reach this. No efforts. Naturally, you have the ability to attempt so many questions and get this mark. With zero efforts, if you are able to do this, think about if you put so much effort, what will happen? For a few people, you have given like 4 hours each day, put all your efforts, and you come to this comfort zone. Then that itself is not sufficient for you to reach the target. You need to put a lot more efforts. Both the extremes are to be considered. Okay, so it will differ from person to person, definitely, because one might be in the range of 25 to 30, the other might be in the range of 40 to 50, the other might be in the range of 70 to 80. Okay, so your mark that you're getting in the marks would be distant, definitely. So that's why I'm taking the extreme scenarios here. With zero efforts, you are able to get into a comfort zone. Then try putting a lot of effort. Definitely, you'll be able to improve. And at the same time, a student putting so much effort is also able to reach a comfort zone, which means that so much effort itself is not sufficient for you. Okay, due to some reason, we don't know about the reason, due to some reason, you put a lot of efforts, but still it is not enough. Okay, you need to put a lot more effort. Okay, so that is what you need to think about right now. For the remaining time that we have, 150 days or 5 months, however we consider, okay, for the remaining time left, each and every minute counts, as I told already. Okay, so whenever you get time, spend that time for CLAT preparation. You will have your tests happening in your schools. Okay, for academics also there will be a lot of pressure, but we can manage. Okay, see, that is why we had the achievers meet and all. You can meet your seniors who have achieved. So those people also were in schools. They also wrote entrance exams like CLAT. They managed it, which means you will also be able to manage. And the people already who cracked TNNLU or NLSAU, fine. They were also from the background of science. Students from science background also were able to achieve it. Okay, so they manage time. Very good. So Atmika is given asked a very excellent question. How to maximize the effort? I don't understand how to put effort in an exam where there is no particular syllabus in general. Excellent. So as we all know, there is no particular syllabus. And that exactly is the reason we have to put the maximum effort, first of all, right? When you have like a set of books, okay, and if you take a particular book, you have chapters, right, or units to be covered, and that's the syllabus for an examination. You stick to the book, you prepare, and you go to the examination. They have given you a definition, or they are asking a question about to answer the definition, or they are asking you to write a passage, a paragraph, okay, about a question, or they're asking you to solve a problem, right, to use a formula, and everything, almost everything, is available for you in a book. When we talk about an exam like CLAT, that is not the case. You don't know which article could be given in reading comprehension. You don't know which article can be given. You can get in legal reason or logical reasoning, especially current affairs. Do you have any idea what will be asked in current affairs? No. So when you have a defined syllabus, take your 12th examination or the completed one which you have already faced your 10th examinations. Because I think while you wrote 10th, there was board exam, right? Now only I think no board exam for 10th. Even now it is there. Anyhow, you have crossed this bridge already, so I'm referring to this. Okay, books எல்லாம் இருக்கு, இந்த சாப்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு, இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஸ்டின்ஸும் இருக்கு. Did you read only for one day before the examination, or did you read for months? Tell me. For an exam which has books, defined the syllabus, important questions, repeated questions in the previous years, how many months did you prepare for an exam that you're going to face? அப்போ அந்த அளவுக்கு எஃபர்ட்ஸ் போட்டிருக்கீங்க. யூ ஹேவ் டேக்கன் சோ மெனி எஃபர்ட்ஸ், இன்வெஸ்டிங் அ லாட் ஆஃப் டைம், ரீடிங் த்ரூ அவுட் த நைட் ஃபார் போர்ட் எக்ஸாம்ஸ். டு யூ அக்ரி வித் மீ? Then what should be the effort you need to put for an exam with no syllabus? Do I make sense? Yeah. ஓகே, இதுதான் சிலபஸ் தெரிஞ்ச எக்ஸாம்ஸ்க்கே உட்காந்து உங்களால அவ்வளோ நாள், அவ்வளோ மந்த்ஸ், அத்தனை டெஸ்ட், மாடல் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் எழுதி நீங்க போய் எழுதுறீங்கன்னா, ஓகே, சிலபஸே இல்லாத ஒரு எக்ஸாம்ஸ்க்கு அப்போ நீங்க எவ்வளோ எஃபர்ட் போடணும்? அதுக்கு போடுற எஃபர்ட்டை விட இன்டூ 2 times போட்டீங்கன்னா பத்தாது, ரைட்? ஸோ தட் இஸ் வாட் ஐ எம் ட்ரைங் டு கன்வே டு யூ. Okay, so what we need to do to maximize the effort. Now let me come to the answer for this question, how to maximize the effort. To answer this, you need to strategize. Simple. You need to strategize. If you strategize, you will be able to maximize your effort. How to strategize? I'll tell you. We are going to decode that only in the remaining part of the class. No need to worry. Okay, how to strategize. Right. So a simple example is, what are the things I need to focus? What are the things I need to leave? If you're able to plan this, then you're putting the right amount of time and right amount of effort for the right things. Okay. So that is what we need to understand. Maybe you are not doing that, or you do not understand that way to put your efforts, and that is why you are not able to cope up with such an examination. Yeah. So everybody, not I'm answering this question to everybody, because this might be in someone's mind and they're not asking me. But very good, Atmika, she has asked me this excellent question. Okay, so I hope I have answered your question, Atmika. But this decoding of strategy, I'll tell you, right? So if you have reached, a consistent mark in the previous mock test, good, you are at a comfort zone for the efforts that you have put. But is this sufficient? Ask a question. With less efforts or zero efforts, or so much of efforts, you have reached this point. To reach further, you need to put efforts, nothing else. Okay, so for that, you need to increase your time of preparation, the dedication and the concentration that you prepare. For 2 hours plan பண்றீங்க, ஒரு நாளைக்கு நான் கிளாட்டுக்குன்னு ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்றேன்னு சொன்னா, this 2 hours shouldn't be disturbed at all. Strictly you need to stick to 2 hours. Either it is evening or morning or half an hour break எடுத்து நான் பார்க்கறேன், இல்ல 1 hour break எடுத்து பார்க்கறேன், in whatsoever way, you should be able to dedicate these 2 hours for CLAT preparation. Okay, so that is the key to increase your score. Fine. And I also add this mock analysis with this mock paper. வந்து எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு maximum number of students are not analyzing at all mock test. I'm telling you openly, okay, because இதுக்கு மேல I cannot hide. So I have never hid anything, but anyways, I'll tell you. Okay, so if you are not analyzing the mocks properly, you will not be able to increase your scores. So yeah, fine. This is an open statement I can confidently make. If you are not analyzing your mock test, you cannot improve your score. You will not be able to find your own strategy. உங்க ஃப்ரெண்டுக்கு ஒர்க் பண்ற ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி உங்களுக்கு கண்டிப்பா ஒர்க் ஆகாதுங்க. Okay, so you will not be able to find your own strategy. You will not be able to improve your attempts. This definitely will happen. You will not be able to improve your accuracy, reduce your wrongs. So all these things will not happen. if you're not analyzing your marks. Okay, so analysis of marks is so much significant. 2 hours mark எழுதுறீங்க. You got a mark, you got some marks. Okay, you have to invest another 2 hours the same day, very same day, or at least the next day. Okay, and you need to analyze. Yeah, same day or within the next day. Because on the test எழுதுறப்போ உங்க மைண்ட் செட் என்ன இருந்துச்சு உங்களுக்கு அப்பதான் தெரியும். With what mindset you chose option ஏங்கிறது you will know only during that particular day. 2 days கழிச்சு பாத்தீங்கன்னா மறந்து போயிருப்பீங்க. எதனால நான் ஏன் சூஸ் பண்ணேன் தெரியலையே. That is how your mind will be. So once you write a mark within the next 2 days, within next day, actually within next day, you should have analyzed the paper entirely. Okay, so this is what I can say. One thing you have to put efforts. The next thing is analyze the marks seriously. இது வரைக்கும் எந்த மார்க்ஸுமே நீங்க அனலைஸ் பண்ணனா please take the previous at least the last 2-3 marks ஏதாச்சும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எடுத்து ஒண்ணா அனலைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Then you take the remaining marks that you have taken earlier. Please take and analyze. இன்னொரு டைம் அதை ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. Try doing the mock once again. The paper you have it with you. Try doing the mock once again and then start analyzing the paper. Okay, without that it will be a big challenge for you to improve your attempts and score. Okay. Next, am I investing right amount of time or am I investing any time at all? So to answer this question, most of you people are going to schools. Okay, most of people are going to school. So whatever time that you're getting after your school, okay, try to divide that equally. Okay, let's say for example, now 6 o'clock morning நான் எந்திரிச்சு ரெடி ஆயிட்டு 7 o'clock ஸ்கூல் கிளம்பிடுவேன். ஓகே, திரும்ப நான் 6 AM தான் வந்து 6 PM தான் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா I'll reach my home. Okay, I'm leaving home by 6 and reaching home by 6. Okay, so அப்படின்னா இதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு 6 AM to 6 PM 12 hours is gone. Remaining you have 12 hours. Okay, remaining you have 12 hours. The 12 hours வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 6 hours sleep. Right, 6 hours sleep is a very good sleep at this stage. Okay, இல்ல அதை குறைக்க முடியும்னா you can decrease. It's up to you. Okay, fine. So which means you will have 6 hours remaining. இந்த 6 ஹவர்ஸ்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா let's say ஒரு 1 hour உங்களுக்கு வந்து ரிலாக்ஸேஷனுக்கு, ஃப்ரெஷ் ஆகிறதுக்கு, சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு, ஓகே, எல்லாத்தையும் இந்த 1 hourல வச்சுட்டா கூட you will have 5 hours remaining. See, இதுவே நான் எக்ஸாஜரேட் பண்ணி தான் போட்டிருக்கேன். 6 AM to 6 PMங்கிறது 12 hours வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு அதிகமாக தான் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். இதுலயே ஆக்சுவலா உங்க ஈட்டிங், ரெஃப்ரெஷ் ஆகிறதும் இதுலயே வந்துடும் in 12 hours itself. But anyways, I'm giving again 1 hour here. Okay, so you will have 5 hours. Divide this 5 hours into 2.5 and 2.5. This is the minimum time that one should invest. 2.5 hours for your school works. 2.5 hours for your CLAT. Are able to understand? If you're going to schools, okay, so after school, a few people have taken breaks. Okay, school படிக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இதையும் மைண்ட்ல வச்சுக்கோங்க. There are students who have taken breaks, okay, who have an entire day to prepare as well. So அவங்களோட வந்து நீங்க compete பண்ண போறீங்க. You are going to compete with these students as well. Okay, so for these students, let's say ஒரு 11 PMல இருந்து மார்னிங் 6 AM வரைக்குமே sleep time. Okay, fine. So have around 7 hours. Okay, about 24ல the 7 hours போயிடுச்சு அப்படின்னா you will have 17 hours. Right, remaining will be 17 hours. 17 hoursல வந்து ஒரு 3 hours குறைச்சிடலாம். 3 hours வந்து for you to in between the break எடுக்கணும். entire day உட்காந்து படிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருக்க முடியாது. So in between you will need breaks. In between you need to relax. Maybe on a particular day you will plan and go for a movie or something to break எடுப்பீங்க, right? So 3 hours for relaxations and eating and everything. Okay. So remaining அப்போ எவ்வளோ டைம் கிடைக்குது ஒரு நாளைக்குன்னா 14 hours is the time that you can definitely spend. Okay, only for CLAT. ஏன்னா எங்க ஸ்கூல் ஒர்க்கே கிடையாது, கிளாட்டுக்கு மட்டும் டெடிக்கேட்டடா 14 hours மினிமம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணலாம். இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் கோயிங் டு ஸ்கூல் அண்ட் ப்ரிப்பேரிங், காலேஜ் போய்கிட்டு பண்றீங்கன்னா ஸ்கூலுக்கு போயிட்டு பண்றதை விட உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா டைம் கிடைக்கும். அதை மட்டும் 8 hours வச்சுக்கோங்க. If you're going to college and preparing for, few students have joined college first year and they're also simultaneously preparing for CLAT. You have to spend 8 hours. Minimum 8 hours you need to spend for CLAT preparation. Okay. The people who are, completely preparing for CLAT by taking a break can invest minimum of 14 hours. Okay. For the school goers, most importantly, a minimum time that you should be able to give for CLAT preparation is 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. That's a minimum spend பண்ணணும். இந்த 2.5 hours 1 hour கண்டிப்பா current affairs போயிடும். So you will have remaining of 1.5 hours. இந்த 1.5 hours வந்து ஒரு நாள் ஃபுல்லா மேத், ஒரு நாள் ஃபுல்லா லீகல், ஒரு நாள் ஃபுல்லா இங்கிலீஷ், ஒரு நாள் ஃபுல்லா லாஜிக்கல். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க you can rotate the topics and you can prepare. ஓகே, இல்ல ஒரு 2 hours எனக்கு என்ன இருக்கு, நான் ஒரு மார்க் எடுத்து பாக்குறேன் அப்படின்னா ஒரு மார்க் டெஸ்ட் எடுத்து பாருங்க. யூ கேன் டூ வாட் எவர், பட் மினிமம் ஆஃப் 2.5 hours இஸ் வாட் ஐ நீட் யூ டு ஸ்பெண்ட் ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி டே. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு வந்து இது நான் டைமே இல்லைன்னு சொல்றவங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஐ எம் கிவிங் யூ அ ஸ்கெடியூல். ஓகே, பட் இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் டைம், சில ஸ்கூல்ஸ் ஆயினும் a few schools would get over by 3:30 or 2:30 itself. Okay, Vidya Niketan, I think cases கூட ஒரு 3 to 4 o'clock முடிஞ்சிருது, right? So a few schools are getting over a bit early, so you might get time in the evening. மார்னிங்ல earlier 8 o'clock ஸ்கூல் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ நீங்க மார்னிங் ஒரு 6 to 6:30 7 எந்திரிச்சு ரஷ் பண்ணி நீங்க ஸ்கூலுக்கு போவீங்க. ஸோ மார்னிங்ல உங்களுக்கு டைம் கிடைக்காது. பட் ஈவினிங்ல இஃப் யூ ரீச் யுவர் ஹோம் பை 4 or 5 o'clock யூ கெட் அகைன் லைக் 5 to 6 hours of time. ஓகே, ஸோ அந்த டைம் யூ கேன் ஸ்பெண்ட், இப்போ 5 o'clock இந்த வீட்டுக்கு ரீச் ஆகிங்கன்னா கூட டில் நைட் 12 o'clock யூ வில் ஹேவ் அரௌண்ட் 7 hours. ஸோ இந்த 7 hours அப்படிங்கிறப்போ 3 hours உங்க ஸ்கூலுக்கும் 4 hours கிளாட்டுக்கும் கொடுப்பீங்க. யூ கேன் மேக்ஸிமைஸ் த டைம் ஃபார் யுவர் கிளாட் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன். ஓகே, டிசம்பர் முடிச்சுட்டு ஒரு 3 மாசம் உட்காந்து இல்லை 2 மாசம் உட்காந்து நீங்க கம்ப்ளீட்டா போர்டு எக்ஸாம்ஸ் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. டிசம்பர் 1 எக்ஸாம் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. டிசம்பர் 1 யூ ஆர் கெட்டிங் யுவர் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் டன். If you're writing AILET December 8, so December 10 you're getting these examinations done. But December you have time. January completely you will have time. February உங்களுக்கு என்ன practicals இருக்கும். Apart from that you will have time, right? So you will get at least 2 months completely for your board exam preparation. Okay, 2 boards வந்து இந்த batch எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இல்ல. For your batch there will be no 2 board examinations. Okay, for next batch only there might be 2 examinations happening. So unga batch is CBSE board, I think according to that. This year I don't think it will happen. Okay, it definitely in the year and in next year not. So I think you need not worry about that. Okay, so you can start investing time for your CLAT preparation. Try to maximize the time that you provide for CLAT preparation. Okay, and at the same time I have told you before the examination, try to maximize your time. Okay, if possible you can take leaves or something. School allow பண்ணாங்கன்னா leaves கூட எடுத்துட்டு படிக்கலாம். It depends upon one school to the other, one management to the other management, one parent to the other parents. Okay, so it depends upon all these aspects. So please try to convince them. And if you're able to get leaves, then definitely you can sit. In the last minute நீங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு புஷ் பண்றீங்களோ அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு அந்த கான்சென்ட்ரேஷன் ஆகட்டும், கண்டினியூஸா 2 hours உட்காந்து டெஸ்ட் எழுதுறதாகட்டும், கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறதாகட்டும், all these things will work out in the last couple of days. ஸோ அந்த டைம்ல கொஞ்சம் லீவ்ஸ் எடுக்க முடியும்னு பிளான் பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அபவுட் டைம், this is what you need to plan if you're having question about time. Okay, if you're already investing some time like 1 or 2 hours each and every day, try to increase 1 more hour or 2 more hours for your CLAT preparation. Okay. So any doubts here, people? Apart from this, இதுல வந்து சார் எனக்கு இந்த டைம் எல்லாம் இன்க்ளூட் ஆகல சார், என் டைமிங்கே வேற அந்த மாதிரி சேஞ்ச், யூ அப்ரோச் மீ பர்சனலி, வில் சிட் டவுன் டுகெதர் அண்ட் வி கேன் பிளான் அ ஸ்கெடியூல் ஃபார் யூ இண்டிவிஜுவலி. சரியா? ஃபைன். ஸோ எனி திங் யூ நீட் டு ஓப்பனா சார் இதுதான் எனக்கு பிரச்சனை, திஸ் இஸ் மை ப்ராப்ளம், நீங்க முன்னாடி வந்தீங்கன்னா யூ ஹேவ் டு ஸ்டெப் அப் அண்ட் டெல் மீ, லெட் மீ நோ திஸ் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம், தென் we can find a solution. Okay, for any problem that you're having, you're just a kid, right? Right? But you're facing a big examination. But what I'm trying to tell you here is the problems that you are getting are not a big deal. Okay, they're not a big deal. So they have easy solutions. So please reach out to me if you have any problem. Okay, we can sit and discuss it, and we can find a solution for it. Okay, so please open up and tell me whatever problem you have in your preparation. Okay, right. Let's go to the next one. Do I have enough resources to prepare? Okay, so this is a question that we need to understand. Do I have enough resources to prepare? First of all, let me tell you what are the resources we have already. You have already as a student of Career Launcher. Okay, so the resources that you already have. Let's look into that. Okay, you have 14 books divided into 3 modules. Apart from this, you have a question bank. Right. Apart from this, you have a question bank with previous year questions, almost all the previous year questions. Okay. So you have around 14 books. The first module for the basic type of questions, conceptual clarity. Then you have module 2 with practice set 1, module 3 with practice set 2. So you have 14 books plus the question bank with previous year questions and answers and explanations. You have this. First thing, do you agree with me? Everybody has this, right? Okay. After this, for current affairs, we are reading newspapers. If you are not reading newspaper, then you need to think about it. Okay, we have 5 months, last 5 months. Think about, okay, how good you are at current affairs, newspapers. And next to this, you have access to myzone.careerlauncher.com, where you have your username and password. You have GK zone here. In this GK zone, you have daily news. You have daily news, weekly months, month and 2.0. So month and 2.0 has topic wise classifications. So GK and current affairs newspapers ஒரு சோர்ஸ் இருக்கு. அதுக்கப்புறம் GK zone ஒரு சோர்ஸ் இருக்கு. அது இல்லாம current affairs class இருக்கு. The classes that we take for you current affairs, or the classes that are taken by the head office Saturday evening, Saturdaysல உங்களுக்கு நடக்குது master stroke GK ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு, yeah. So yeah, Mr. Kandar, right? So he's taking those classes. Those classes are there for GK. இப்போ என்னதான் உங்களுக்கு அப்போ GK and current affairs இல்ல? Okay, that's my question. Fine. You have for reading comprehension, logical reasoning, legal reasoning, quant. For all these four, you have so many questions in books. Yes. Okay. Apart from this, at the beginning, maybe a few people would have missed, but most of you, I told also these things. So, law entrance is the official channel done by the head office for law students. If you go to the video section, you can find, she explained the Public Examinations Act 2024. Yes, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So everything is changing from July. Are you aware about that? The laws are being implemented. Earlier it was proposed. The laws were proposed earlier by Mr. Amit Shah. தெரியுமா, ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Now they are being implemented. The G7 summit, current affairs, are you getting updated? Okay, so that is being done. In the live section, if you look take the live section, you can see yeah, the many current affairs things are happening. Updates are happening here in YouTube. இதெல்லாம் ஃப்ரீயா கிடைக்கிற ரிசோர்ஸுங்க. You need not pay for anything. You already have access to these things. Apart from this, எனக்கு வேற சோர்ஸ் வேணும் அப்படின்னா first post again to get the you know genuine news. Genuine news. Whatever I'm suggesting you are providing genuine news. The print for current affairs and GK, Kirti history for Indian history, right? Drishti IAS, even that channel you can follow, which can give you some insights on particular news in Drishti IAS site. See, so many sources for you people for GK and current affairs that I'm telling you. Okay, அப்ப இவ்ளோ இருக்கிறப்போ இதுவே போதும். You need not go beyond that. See, that is where you lose your focus. Okay, when you go ஒரு ரெண்டு விஷயம் இருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து கரியர் லான்ச்சர்ல கொடுக்குற கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ். அதை விட்டு வெளியே போனா இந்த மாதிரி சில வெப்சைட்ஸ் ஃபாலோ பண்றோம், இல்லை யூடியூப் சேனல்ஸ் ஃபாலோ பண்றோம். தீஸ் டூ ஆர் இனஃப், சஃபிஷியன்ட். நீங்க வேற வேற சேனல்ஸ் வேற வேற ஆப்ஸ்னு போய்கிட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா யூ வில் நாட் பி ஏபிள் டு ஃபோக்கஸ். யூ வில் கெட் ஃப்ரைட்டன்ட். என்னடா ஒவ்வொரு ஆப்ல ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி நியூஸ் போட்டுட்டே இருக்காங்க, வந்துகிட்டே இருக்கு. You will lose the interest in learning current affairs. You will get afraid of going to the particular section like current affairs. Am I clear about this? You have ample number of resources for current affairs. Please do use these resources. These are more than sufficient for you. Okay. நம்மளால என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? We can put efforts for current affairs. That's it. Questions வருமா வராதாங்கிறது we don't know. அது நமக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது. So let's put our efforts in focusing on the important aspects. Right? That is what you can do. Clear? So next to this is your schedule for CLAT and AILET mocks. Okay. So this has never happened before. You have around 60 mock tests. Total CLAT AILET சேர்த்து 60 mock இருக்கு. Okay. So to be exact, if you count this, you will have 59 mocks. இங்க இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் கவுண்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஓகே, இங்க ஒரு 6 இருக்கா, வார்ம் அப் மார்க் ஒரு 6 இருக்கு, பிரைம் மார்க் 27 இருக்கு, கவுண்ட் டவுன் மார்க் 26 இருக்கு. ஓகே, 26, 27 and 6. Okay, 59 marks are there, in which 47 are only for CLAT, 12 are for AILET. Which means 47 times you are taking a model examination, and then you are going for an exam like CLAT. Now tell me, for your 12th board exam or 10th board exam, how many model tests they keep for you? Do they keep 40 examinations? 40 plus examinations? 40 plus times do you take your model exams in your 12th or 10th standard board examinations before the board examinations? No. Why do you need so many mock tests? Because you need to strategize here. You don't know what will come. That's the reason. ஒவ்வொரு செக்ஷனுக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி வேணும், ஓவரால் பேப்பருக்கு ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி வேணும் இல்லையா? That is why so many mock tests are there. By now, by this time, you should have understood your strategy. ஒவ்வொரு மார்க்கும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்டா ட்ரை பண்ணி ஒரு 15-20 மார்க்ஸ்ல இது வரைக்கும் நடந்த 15-20 மார்க்ஸ்ல by this time you should have understood something like your own strategy. எனக்கு இதுதான் ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கணும். If not, please use the next 2 months. I'm telling you 5 months maybe look it might look short, but it again is a very huge time you have. So next 2 months, you can invest in all your trial and error. The last 3 months will be a very serious one for the people. Okay, right? And already எனக்கு ஓரளவுக்கு I understand the exam இப்படி தான் இருக்குன்னு எனக்கு புரிஞ்சிருச்சு அப்படின்னு ஒரு மைண்டுக்கு வந்துட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா then you can start following your own strategy. Okay, so coming to the resources, you have these many resources, my dear friends. So you need not worry about resources at all. Am I clear about this? இதுல இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் நீங்க ஃபாலோ பண்றதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு டைம் பத்தாது. இதெல்லாம் பண்றதுக்கே உங்களுக்கு டைம் பத்தாது. Because apart from this, you have live classes, right? I did not include the live classes at all. Okay. ஸோ லைவ் கிளாஸஸ்லேயும் அதையும் நீங்கள் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு டைமே இல்லை. இது இது இல்லாமல் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ரிசோர்ஸஸ் நீங்கள் எடுத்து யூஸே பண்ண மாட்டீங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அவாய்ட் கோயிங் ஃபார் டூ மெனி ரிசோர்ஸஸ். ஒரே இடத்துல இருந்து வந்துச்சுன்னா ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சரா ஒரு ஆர்கனைஸ்டா இருக்கும். யூ கேன் ஃபாலோ தட் ஈஸிலி. ப்ளீஸ் டூ தட். ஓகே, ஸ்கேட்டர்டா இல்லாமல் ஃபோக்கஸ்டா பண்ணுங்க. தட்ஸ் வாட் இஸ் மை சஜஷன். அண்ட் யூ ஹேவ் சஃபிஷியன்ட் ரிசோர்ஸஸ். ஓகே, இதை கரெக்டா நீங்க யூட்டிலைஸ் பண்ணீங்க, யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கனாலே போதும். If you ask me, that would be my answer for this question, right? Next, what to do with current affairs and GK? See, already we saw current affairs என்னென்ன ரிசோர்ஸஸ் இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தாச்சு. மேத்துக்கு என்ன பண்றது? ஸோ இப்போ கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஜிகேல சரி நீங்க நிறைய பார்க்க சொல்றீங்க, பட் அகைன் யூனோ there are a lot of things. So again, we need a strategy here. To deal with this, we need strategy. So we need to observe some pattern and understand what happened in the earlier years. Previous years la enna nadandhuchu அப்படிங்கறத அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு we need to reach this 2 sections, current affairs, GK and math. புரியுதா? Yes, because the repeated question I would get is about this. What to do with current affairs and GK, what to do for math. I'm not able to find time, I'm not able to solve questions. இதெல்லாம் சொல்றீங்க இல்லையா? So you need to strategize again for these 2 sections, and let's strategize that by observing the previous year pattern. Okay, so I'll again decode this strategy. நான் சொன்னது கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா அப்படியே decode பண்ணிட்டே வரேன். Current affairs, GK க்கும் mathக்கும் again I'll tell you what should be done. Okay, now moving to the any other doubts, any particular doubt you have at this stage, people? If you have no doubts, please drop as no doubts so that I can proceed to the next slide. எதுக்குடா for preparing preparation you can take break, that is okay. ஓகே, ஸோ மேபி ஸ்கூல்லையும் ப்ரெஷர் இருக்கும், இங்கேயும் கிளாட் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும். ஒரு ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு மார்க் ரொம்ப கம்மியாக வந்துச்சுன்னா யூ வுட் கெட் அப்செட். ஒரு நாள் லீவ் போட்டு நல்லா படுத்து தூங்குங்க, நல்லா சாப்பிட்டு நல்லா படுத்து தூங்குங்க. Or if you want to watch a movie, go and watch a movie. If you get for some people watching movie would relax their mind, or a series, a few episodes in a particular series might relax someone's mind. So அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்குன்னா you can just go ahead and do that. ஒரு நாள் வந்து பிரேக் எடுத்து எல்லாம் ரிலாக்ஸ் ஆகிக்கோங்க, திரும்ப பேக் டு ரொட்டீன். அடுத்த நாள் வந்து இமீடியட்டா அகாடமிக்ஸ்க்கும் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம், முக்கியமா கிளாட்டுக்கு ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம். Right. Okay, let's move to the next one. What should I do to improve my score? So this is already நிறைய பிச்சு நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம் அதை பத்தி. What should each and everybody here to do to improve your score? Pichi, we have discussed it already. So let me put it this way. In score point of view, okay, இதை நம்ம இன்னும் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணல. See, ஓவராலா என்ன பண்ணணும் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம். மார்க்ஸ் வந்து ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கு, சேம் மார்க்ஸ், consistent marks in the previous couple of tests that you have taken. So what to do for that, we discussed. Section wise, what can be done? Okay, so we discussed like that. But as a examination, we need to understand So English 28 questions, legal 32 questions, logical, English 24 questions, legal 32 questions, logical 24 questions. So this was the scenario in the previous examination. In the numbers, when change up. Legal 30 questions, legal 30 questions, English 25 and logical 25. Okay. So last year, என்ன நடந்துச்சுன்னா 6 passages into 4 questions in each. 24 questions கேட்டாங்க. So in there 5 passage into 5 questions each னு கேட்கலாம். 25 questions. Okay. Same thing can be applicable also to logical. So அந்த மாதிரி கேசஸ்க்கு தான் I'm telling you to keep your mind open. Okay. So but 80 questions is what we can expect, right? In this reading section where you read, understand and answer, read, comprehend and answer. You have 80 questions. Now tell me, from these 80 questions, what is the maximum mark you can get? You have taken so many mock tests, so be realistic and tell me, from these 80 questions, with the number of mistakes that you make and number of the accuracy that you get, fine, based on this you tell me how many within the 5 months time, how much you can maximize your score, not the attempts, your score in this reading section. Sarvesh has given 55 to 65. Okay, maximum score that you can get, okay, before the CLAT examination. I'm asking you, இந்த 80ல இப்போ ஒரு 5 மாசம் டைம் இருக்கு. இந்த 5 மாசத்துல நான் எஃபர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் போடுறேன்னா இந்த 80ல மேக்ஸிமம் நான் எவ்வளவு எடுக்க முடியும்? Come on people, how much you can get? Samiksha has given 65 plus, Sarvesh 70 to 75, Akshaya has given 45 to 50. அவ்வளவுதான், நான் 40 to 50 எடுக்க முடியுமா? Why? Yalini has given 65 to 70, Atmika has given 65 plus, Gurumita has given 60 plus, Shruti has given 65 to 75, Dhaneshni has given 65 plus, Dikshit has given 70 plus, Malin has given 60 plus, Akshaya RS has given 75 plus. You have 5 more months to improvise, to improve, not improvise, improve. Okay, so on an average, can I take 65 here? Because many people gave 65, people gave more than 70 and few gave more than 55. So 65 is the score one can get if you attempt almost all 80 questions. Attempt பண்ணீங்களா ஒன்றும் தப்பு இல்லை, but if you are not sure about some questions, you can leave it. But out of these 80 questions, whatever number of attempts that you make, I don't care, but you are getting what? 65. Now tell me, is 65 sufficient to get into any one of NLU? இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கவே கூடாது. You don't come to the category itself. அது தவறான விஷயம். அதை யோசிக்கவே கூடாது. When you target score for a particular examination, you should not look through நான் இந்த கேட்டகரியில தான் வரேன், அப்போ எனக்கு இவ்வளவு மார்க் இருந்தா போதும், நான் கேர்ளு எனக்கு இவ்வளவு மார்க் இருந்தா போதும், இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கவே கூடாது. Okay, don't look at any of those reservations. If you are taking 65, according to me, you will not get qualified for any of the national law schools. Unless and otherwise, the paper is so difficult. Difficulty level வந்து எக்ஸ்ட்ரீமா இருக்கு. அப்போ நீங்க 65 அப்பயும் இந்த 80ல 65 எடுத்திருக்கீங்கன்னா, maybe there is a chance you can get qualified to any one of national law schools. Okay, but generally 65ங்கிறது below average, so இது வந்து பத்தாது. Because the border 120 is the maximum marks, 65 is like 50%, right? So this will not be sufficient. Now tell me, in GK and current affairs, நிறைய படிக்கிறீங்க இல்லையா, இல்ல இன்னும் இருக்க 5 months படிக்கணும் இல்லையா? So tell me, what is the maximum score you can get in GK and current affairs? 20 to 25 out of 30. Sarvesh has given more than 20, the nation has given 25. நீ கேஎஸ் வந்து டோட்டலா சொல்றீங்களா? 40 questions-ல Shruti has given 20 plus. எனக்கு அப்படி தெரியலையே. கரண்டா நீங்க மார்க் எல்லாம் எழுதுறத வச்சு பார்த்தா you will be able to score 15. Okay, maybe I will go with the 20 after 5 months. At present, 10 to 15 would be an average score that you people can get. And the confident, I'm going with 20 in the 5 months of time. You will be able to go, but it is possible for you to get more than 20. See, months, newspaper, okay, but months எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா? The whatever resource that we are providing you, GK-க்குன்னு இருக்க புக், மந்த்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்கனாலே 20 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் 30ல நீங்க கண்டிப்பா அட்டன் பண்ணிருங்க. ஓகே, ரிமைனிங் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் could be from anywhere. அது no one can guess. ஸோ அதுதான் நமக்கு இது வராது. ஸோ அரௌண்ட் 20 கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கண்டிப்பா மந்த்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்க. கரியர் லான்ச்ல இருந்து கொடுக்குற ரிசோர்சஸ் ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்களா யூ பி ஏபிள் டு மார்க் டெஸ்ட் அண்ட் மந்த்ஸ் இதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணீங்களா யூ பி ஏபிள் டு attempt around, I mean, get around 20 marks out of 30 in current affairs and GK section. சரியா? இப்போ குவாண்ட்ல you should be able to get at least 50%. So overall 90. Okay, so this should be your minimum target. This should be your minimum target. நீங்க டார்கெட் பண்றதே சரி, அப்போ இதுல ஒரு 60 போதும், கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ் ஒரு 15, மேத் அப்படியே விட்டுறலாம், இதுவே 75. சார் முன்னாடி என்ன போட்டிருந்தாரு, 75 வாங்கினாலும் ஏதோ ஒரு நாளைக்கு கிடைச்சிரும், அப்ப நம்ம 75 எடுத்தா போதும். If you target like this, then you will not be able to make it at all. Okay, so you have to target much higher. Okay, அப்போ you have to understand this. 65 marks எடுக்கணும்னா what do you think is the attempt you need to make? Minimum 75 to 80 will be the attempts that you need to make. இங்க 25 to 30 will be the attempts that you need to make. Here 5 to 10 is the, ஏன்னா இங்க 5 out of 5 வாங்கலாம் இல்லையா பாயிண்ட்ல. That's what I'm taking. Minimum you need to attempt 5 and a maximum of 10 also you can attempt. Okay, right up, which means இதுல இருக்கிற 75 25 5 அதிகமா இருக்கு, கடன் இருக்கு. 105 questions ஆச்சு அட்டன் பண்ணணும். Minimum. So if you are attempting a minimum of 105 and if your accuracy is very good, only then you will be able to achieve this 90 as a score. அப்போ எத்தனை பேர் வந்து இன்னைக்கு 100+ attempts பண்றீங்கன்னு யோசிங்க. So 5 months you should be trying to attempt almost all 120 questions. That's why I started with this. Everyone should be able to go through all 120 questions. 120 questions படிக்க முடிஞ்சதுனா தான் 105 attempts ஆச்சு பண்ண முடியும். ஓகேங்களா? அண்ட் ஸ்கோர் வந்து 90 ஆவது பண்ண முடியும். Okay, good service. If you're attempting so many questions, that is very good. But அதிகமா இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதனால மார்க்ஸ் கம்மியாகுது. So you have to focus on accuracy. சரியா? So wrongs you need to minimize. So you have to focus on that. Okay, அதை கொஞ்சம் focus பண்ணுங்க. Right. So what should I do to improve your score? This is what you need to do. Exam strategically you have to approach, and remaining we have discussed investing time, எவ்வளவு time invest பண்ணணும், okay, find efforts என்ன பண்ணணும், இதெல்லாம் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். எக்ஸாமினேஷனா ஸ்கோரை இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு டார்கெட்டுக்கு இதுதான் clear. So now let's come to the last part, the preparation strategy, the ones that I was telling you. For each and every section, ஒவ்வொரு செக்ஷனுக்கும் இனிமே நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும் for the 5 months. Okay, so in between we will have strategy classes. ஏன்னா நடுநடுவில் இந்த 5 monthsக்கு நீங்க ஃபாலோ பண்ற அதே ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜியை நீங்க கடைசி 1 monthக்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ண முடியாது, கடைசி 10 daysக்கு ஃபாலோ பண்ண முடியாது. It should change. It should definitely change. Okay. So we are starting with preparation strategy. இதுல again first எல்லாரும் கவலைப்படுற அந்த GK and current affairs இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும். Okay, so according to CLAT, current affairs is December to November. Exam happens here in December. Correct? Exam happens in the month of December. So போன டிசம்பர்ல எக்ஸாம் டிசம்பர் எப்போடா நடந்துச்சு? டிசம்பர் 3. ஸோ டிசம்பர் 3 எக்ஸாம் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. அப்போ டிசம்பர் லாஸ்ட் டிசம்பர்ல இருந்து இந்த நவம்பர் வரைக்கும் 12 months. This is the current affairs for CLAT. You need to think. டிசம்பர் 2023ல இருந்து at present வரைக்கும் are you updated with current affairs? Now again you might ask me a question, sir, எவ்வளவோ விஷயம் இருக்கு. There are thousands of events happening each and every day. Okay, let's discuss about that. Let's decode that. Okay, so there's a question from Atmika here. If I could only read the first 4 sections in 120 minutes, should I increase my speed or make time for quant? Both. You need to focus on both. Right? Yeah, நீங்க பிரிக்கிறீங்க. Why are you dividing this? You have to focus on both. Okay, making time for quant is not all a question to be asked. You must make time for quant. Okay, it's not even a question to be asked. Right? If you ask me, sir, should I increase my speed? Yes, definitely should increase your speed. And how do I increase? Solve as many passages as possible. Only reading will not improve your speed in solving passages. As many passages you solve, you will improve your speed in solving passages. Whatever passage you take, whatever passage, books இருக்கு, okay, previous year papers இருக்கு, okay, mock test இருக்கு, okay. Take your mobile phone timer or you have analog watch. இனிமே நான் சொல்லிருக்கேன், mock testல use analog watches. அலாரமே எனக்கு கேட்கக்கூடாது. யார சொல்றேன்னு உங்களுக்கே தெரியும். I should not hear alarms. Use analog watches and that is what you will have during your actual examination. So use analog watch. Analog watchல section time எனக்கு half an hour, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Analog watchலயே பார்த்து practice பண்ணுங்க. Practice with analog watches for timers. Don't use phones and alarms. அதே மாதிரி dedicate 2 hours for the mock test. You should not take calls. You should not get distracted. Okay, dedicate 2 hours. See, exams நடுவுல வந்து நீங்க exhaust ஆகிறதுக்கு ரீசன் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா you are not focusing on the paper. Okay, I'll come back to that. Right, so for answering this question, should I increase my speed? Yes, you should increase your speed. Make time for quant is a definite 15 minutes. Definite time of 15 minutes ஆச்சு quantக்கு கொடுக்குற மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். You should be able to give 15 minutes for quant. Remaining time spent for whatever you have. 15 minutes for quant, you need to try and solve. Start from your mock tests. இப்ப இருந்து நீங்க mock testல 15 minutesக்கு quant try பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சீங்கன்னா you should start trying quants for 15 minutes in your mock test from now on. Only then in the final examination you'll be able to score well in the section in the 15 minutes. 15 minutes நீங்க இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்றீங்கன்னா அதுல இருந்து கெயின் இருக்கணும் இல்லையா? There should be some gain out of it. Do you agree with me? Yes. So you will be able to gain marks from the quant section in the 15 minutes that you invest. For that, you need to இன்னைக்கே வந்து போட்டீங்கன்னா தான் அன்னைக்கு நல்லா இருக்கும். Okay, so you have to start practicing a lot time from the very next mock that you take. Okay, coming back here, GK and current affairs. Last December to this November is the current affairs in the eyes of CLAT examination, right? Now, let's try to understand something. See, this is what in the previous years, this is what happened. In 2020, during COVID, because of the reason of COVID happened, okay, the CLAT happened online in the month of September, very late. But the results came, too quick because online examination. 2021, again, second wave, third wave, all came. So the exam happened in the month of July. Then I think it happened online. Okay. 2022, it happened two times. 2022, it happened two times. 2022, from 2022 only, the cycle changed to December. அப்ப 2022ல மேல ஒரு டைம் நடந்துச்சு. For the 2022 pass outs. For 2023 pass outs also it happened in the month of December in the year 2022 itself. 2022 had two exams in May and December happening. Okay, these two exams happens. Okay, and in 2023 it happened again in December. 2024 exam is also going to happen in the month of December. They have given us a date as December 1. Further updates they have given when? 7. Yes, July 7th. Maybe from July 7th itself, applications might open, or the next day, July 8th, applications might open. And the update தான் நமக்கு எப்போ தர போறாங்க? Sunday, 7th of July தர போறாங்க. Okay, so applications open ஆச்சுன்னா rush பண்ணாதீங்க. Don't rush to fill the application form. Please take your time. From our head office, they will do a video of form filling. I'll send you that video also. Go through the video. Parents the video பார்க்க சொல்லுங்க during that time. Then அதுல டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் போட்டிருப்பாங்க. அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட்ஸை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இங்க நேர்ல வாங்க. Please come directly or connect over Zoom. We can apply together so that we will not miss anything. சரியா, எந்த கன்ஃபியூஷனும் இல்லாம ஃபில் பண்றதுக்கு. இல்ல சார் நாங்களே பண்ணிட்டு வந்தாலும் ப்ளீஸ் ஆஃப்டர் கம்ப்ளீட்டிங் தி ப்ராசஸ் சென்ட் மீ த அப்ளிகேஷன் ஃபார்ம். ஏன்னா எடிட் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு விண்டோ இருக்கு, அதுக்குள்ள நம்ம ஏதாச்சும் எடிட் பண்ண முடிஞ்சா எடிட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகே, அவசரப்பட்டு ஃபில் பண்ணி டோன்ட் கமிட் எனி மிஸ்டேக்ஸ். இப்போ நேம் இனிஷியல்ஸ் எல்லாம் மிஸ்டேக் பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா அதை சேஞ்ச் பண்றதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். ஓகே, மற்றபடி ஏதாச்சும் விஷயம் நம்ம மாற்றணும், பிளட் குரூப் மாதிரிலாம் தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க மாற்றணும்னா அதெல்லாம் நம்ம மாற்றிக்கலாம். Significant things cannot be changed. Okay, right. So that update will be coming on Sunday. Anyways, I'll remind you on Sunday. So next to this, coming to the current affairs, let's try to understand what happened in the previous year. 2022, in 2020, you can see the exam happened where? In the month of September. The current affairs came from the month of September. Before that, August, July, June. Apo, the last 4 months were the focus for current affairs. Look at 2021, the exam happened in the month of July. Okay, look at from where the questions came. One set from December month, one set from January, one set from February, and one set from March. The focus last 6 months, right, or last 7 months. Last 7 months. Here last 4 months, here last 7 months. And you can find like 5 passages again from last 6 months. Last 6 months in 2022 examination. And again in 2022 December examination, you can find December exam. November la irundha 3 passage. Okay, July la irundha 2. Again last 6 months. Right, actually 5 months now, but anyways, it is last 6 months. 2023 examination. Okay, December 2023 another exam, which means CLAT 2024 examination. CLAT 2024, the recent one. Okay, 3 passages from last 6 months, 2 from somewhere else. Past history, Indian history. Okay, but 3 passage with around 6 questions on an average. About 17, 18 questions out of 28 questions. Out of 28, 17, 18 questions came from where? The last 6 months. G20 summit. Okay, Chandrayaan 3. And then? என்ன வந்துச்சு ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Gaganyana. No, no, no. Chandra and Israel Hamas war. Yes. Israel Hamas. Okay, so about Hamas war, Hamas and Israel war, Chandrayaan, and then G20 summit. These three happened in the last 6 months, and based on that, questions came. So what we are focusing is from now on for current affairs also it is so much significant. 5 months தான் இருக்கு. அப்ப இந்த 5 monthsல இருந்து you can expect minimum of 10 questions about as per the last patterns. Last pattern observe பண்ணீங்கன்னா out of 30 questions, okay, இப்போ வந்து நீங்க current affairs படிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சா கூட 10 questions, 1/3 of the questions you will be able to attend. People, do I make sense? Look at the stage where we are. See, this is what I'm telling as observing the pattern, what happened in the previous years. Okay, if you're able to decode this, then what else is there? என்ன படிக்கணும், கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ்ல எப்படி ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்றது? See, look at this. The last 6 months is the key, right? இப்ப நவம்பர்ல இருந்து நீங்க ரிவர்ஸ்ல வாங்க. What will happen? November 1, October 2, September 3, August 4, July 5, June 6. ஒன்னு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா வச்சுக்கோங்க மெயின். So from May to November, if you prepare for the current affairs, 50% of marks you will be able to get. இதே மாதிரி நடந்துச்சுன்னா, okay, if it is the same scenario, then you will be able to score 50% in the current affairs if you go through the last 7 months. The one month safe side எடுத்துட்டேன். Okay, if you want 75% cover from December, last December, December la cover பண்ணீங்கன்னா maybe you will be able to get 75% of the marks in current affairs. புரியுதா? Yes. So what we need to understand again here, look at the pattern. Chandrayaan 3 Indian space research la achieve பண்ணது. Achievement of India, okay, in Indian space research. Israel Hamas war, international wars and conflicts. Look at the topics that you need to focus. என்ன படிக்கிறது சார், எதுல ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்றதுன்னு கேக்குறீங்க இல்லையா? This is what you need to focus. International wars and conflicts. G20 summit, which means international forums and summits. இப்போ G7 summit நடந்துச்சு last monthல. Again G20 will happen. Where will it happen? Brazil. Yes, it will happen in Brazil. Right. Olympics, T20 World Cup. India has won. Right. Last World Cup India has hosted. Okay. So all these things are the points we need to keep in our mind. Next, Jallianwala Bagh, Indian history. Again, we might get something like this. B.R. Ambedkar's speech at Constitution Assembly during 1948 or something. Right? Okay, 1948 or 49, if I'm not wrong. So it goes to the past. So this is also, since it's about the constituency, okay, about constitution, it is specific to law as well. That is how the questions are here. Okay, service is given about Gaganyaan, Rafa. Yes, very good. GI tax. Yeah, these are also important topics that you can, pay attention to. What should I do for GI tax? GI tax is there are many GI tax. So focus on, the famous ones, recent ones. அதை மட்டும் focus பண்ணுங்க. All GI tax கண்டிப்பா யாராலையும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க முடியாது. You cannot remember all the GI tax. The recent GI tax and the famous GI tax alone, you just make a note. ஒரு note எடுத்து வச்சுக்கோங்க, you will be able to remember. Okay. And Deekshita says like, sir, how should we split our efforts for static GK as well? See, simple. I have told you already, but again I'm repeating. If you are reading Chandrayaan 3, okay, mind map தான், mind map. இன்னைக்கு நியூஸ்ல Chandrayaan 3 வந்திருக்கு. In today's news, as a current affairs, there is a news about Chandrayaan 3. What I should do is, I should know about India's previous space achievements. Chandrayaan 1, 2, definitely. Chandrayaan 1 பத்தி தெரியும். Chandrayaan 1 எப்ப லான்ச் பண்ணாங்க, எந்த இயர்ல லான்ச் பண்ணாங்க, லான்ச் பண்றப்போ who was the chief officer? Okay, who was the chief officer of ISRO during Chandrayaan 1 launch? Who was the person during Chandrayaan 2 launch? Okay, and future. There are plans for future, which is Gaganyaan. Gaganyaan. ஆமா, இதுல சந்திரன் முடிஞ்ச உடனேவே ஒன்னு நடந்துச்சு, which is Aditya L1 to Sun. Right? So this is moon, this is sun. ஆமா, அது இன்னும் பாஸ்ட். ஸ்பேஸ் அச்சீவ் பண்ண ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம இன்க்ளூட் பண்ண வேண்டியது மிஷன் டு மார்ஸ் தான், மங்கள்யான். Okay, then human, sending human to moon, Gaganyaan. Okay, so இதுல என்ன படிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரீசன். Why are they sending these satellites or missiles or robots to observe what? Okay, எதுக்காக இதை பண்றாங்க? Why? Second, who is doing? ISRO, and who is the chief of ISRO? Okay, then what is sent? The Mangalyana, Chandrayana, Aditya, the mission. The both parts. Yes. For example, if you take Chandrayaan 3, they have a robot, they have 2 parts of the robot, they have some names, terminologies. You have to look at that. Yeah, very good, Sarvesh. Yes. So this is how, from current affairs, you have to link the static JK and learn. Sharia. Okay. Let's say, for example, Israel-Hamas war. If you take Israel-Hamas war, first of all, it happened in 1973 or something. First time they fought in 1973. You need to know about that. And in the year war நடந்த date, the exact date, October something like 26 or something. Okay, the same date, October 6 or 26, I'm not sure about it, the date, but the same date earlier in ancient history, okay, Yom Kippur war நடந்திருக்கு. Same, these people fought, and it was called as Yom Kippur war. On the same date, Hamas attacked Israel during 2023. This is understanding history, which is relevant to current affairs. இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி இந்தியன் ஹிஸ்டரி கேட்டாங்கன்னா ஒன்றும் நம்ம பண்ண முடியாது. பிகாஸ் பேசிக்கலி ஒரு 7th 8th வரைக்கும் எல்லாருக்குமே ஹிஸ்டரி அண்ட் சிவிக்ஸ் வந்து காமனா இருக்கணும்னு ஒரு ரூல் இருந்துச்சு. I think based on that, they are asking such questions. We have to try and answer these questions.
The GK topics in logical.
அப்படியா?
Like in last
the article then article could be from anywhere.
The last like put it like this. What's the reason? What is that?
அதுவான பேக்கேஜ்ல ஆன்சர் இருக்கும். You will have the answer in the passage itself. If they are asking such an article, current affairs article, in legal reasoning or logical reasoning, you will be able to find the answers inside the passage. But current affairs work ஆகாது. Sometimes it might the answers might be there like previous year paper, but அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அப்படி நடக்கவே இல்லை. Okay, so see, this is the pattern I want you people to understand. சரி, இதுல டவுட் இருக்கா? Please. Coming to the preparation of current affairs and GK, we have seen the resources that are available for us for free or already நீங்க கரியர் லான்ச்சர்ல இருந்து யூஸ் பண்றது, ஃபீஸ் பே பண்ணி யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது, அது இல்லாம யூடியூப்ல ஃப்ரீயா யூஸ் பண்றது. So many resources are there. That next, you have mock tests and everything to practice. Next, we have seen also what to focus exactly. எந்த மாதிரி நியூஸ் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்றது, இந்த மாதிரி நியூஸ். India's achievements, awards, okay, international conflicts and wars, India and international relations, okay, and Indian history, right? எத்தனை மாசத்துக்கு மெயினா ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணணும் கரண்ட் அஃபேர்ஸ்ல? லாஸ்ட் 6 months இஸ் வெரி 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 சிக்னிஃபிகன்ட். லாஸ்ட் 12 months இஸ் சூப்பர். யுவர் 75% will be able to get marks. This is the clarity you need now. Yes, can we move to the next one? Any doubts in this particular part? I suppose current affairs க்கு இப்போ என்ன பண்ணணுங்கிற ஒரு கிளாரிட்டி உங்க எல்லாத்துக்கும் வந்துருச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Okay, even in the future, if you have any doubts, please reach out to me. Okay, right. Let's move to the next one. The next challenging part, most of you say, is quantitative techniques. Quant. அதுக்கும் இப்போ என்ன நடந்திருக்குன்னு பார்த்தலாம். I'm starting again from the year 2020. In 2020, okay, there were 3 sets, 150 questions அந்த டைம்ல இல்லையா? So there was a bar graph and a table. ஓகே, ரெண்டுமே இருந்துச்சு ஒரே செட்டில். பார் கிராஃபும் இருக்கு, டேபிளும் இருக்கு, ரெண்டுமே இருக்கு. இட்ஸ் லைக் கம்பைன்ட் கிராஃப் கிவன். அப்போ பார் கிராஃபையும் டேபிள்ஸையும் சால்வ் பண்றதுக்கு நமக்கு என்ன கான்செப்ட்ஸ்லாம் வேணும்? வாட் ஆர் தி கான்செப்ட்ஸ் யூ நீட் டு சால்வ் क्वेश्चंस பேஸ்ட் ஆன் கிராஃப்ஸ் அண்ட் டேபிள்ஸ், ரேஷியோஸ், பெர்சன்டேஜஸ், ஆவரேஜஸ். இது தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா அந்த 5 மார்க்ஸ் அப்படியே எடுத்துக்கலாம். மென்சுரேஷன்ல 2D ஏரியாஸ் தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா போதும். ஆக்சுவலா இந்த கொஸ்டின் தப்பு. இல்ல இந்த கொஸ்டின் ரைட், ஜாமெட்ரி கொஸ்டின் தப்பு. கொஸ்டின் வாஸ் ராங். So the people who have attempted this, either they would have scored, இல்லைன்னா டோட்டல் மார்க்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, 150க்கு பதிலாக 145க்கு தான் கால்குலேட்டே பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. அதுதான் தெளிவா கிளாட் அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணிடுவாங்க. தப்புன்னா அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, இதை அப்படியே ரிமூவே பண்ணிடுவாங்க. ஸோ 145 மார்க்ஸ்க்கு எவ்வளவு மார்க்ஸ் நீங்க அப்படிதான் பார்ப்பாங்க. they will not award marks. அட்டன் பண்ணவங்களுக்கு மார்க்னு அந்த மாதிரி தர மாட்டாங்க. So 2D areas, okay, ஒரு சர்க்குலர் ஏரியா சர்க்கம்ஃபரன்ஸ் ஃபார்முலா ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க முடியாதா? ஸ்கொயரோடது, ட்ரையாங்கிளோடது, ரெக்டாங்கிளோடது. Based on that only the question was there. Okay, and 2020ல ஆன்லைன் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் நடந்துச்சு, இப்படி இருந்துச்சு. நெக்ஸ்ட் 2021 டேட்டா இன்டர்பிரேஷன் கேஸ்லெட், அதாவது பேராகிராஃபா இப்ப நீங்க சால்வ் பண்றீங்கல்ல அந்த மாதிரி, தட்ஸ் கால்ட் கேஸ்லெட். தட்ஸ் a கேஸ்லெட் based upon only percentage டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி மட்டுமே ஒன்று, ratios and percentage and average. in 2021 2022 ratios and percentages மட்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணி 3 செட் DI cases based on only ratios and percentage. 2022's examination, 2023's examination, ஒரு டிஐல 3 கான்செப்ட் கலந்து வந்துச்சு, ரேஷியோஸ், பெர்சன்டேஜ், ஆவரேஜஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட் இன்னொரு டிஐல வெறும் ஆவரேஜஸ் மட்டும், நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன்ல பெர்சன்டேஜ் மட்டும். ஓகே, 2024ல என்ன நடந்துச்சு? வாட் ஹேப்பன் 2024? அகைன் சேம், யூ ஹேட் 2 sets. ஓகே, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் வாஸ் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் பெர்சன்டேஜஸ், next one was based on percentages and ratios. What do you understand from this? குவாண்ட்ல நீங்க மிஸ் பண்ண கூடாதுன்னா, these are the topics. I'm telling you people, I'm telling you. Okay, இது வரைக்கும் இதுதான் நடந்திருக்கு. Percentage, ratios, averages. Percentage படிக்கிறப்பே சேர்த்து நீங்க படிக்க வேண்டியது 2 டாபிக். ஓகே, ஒன்னு SI and CI, simple interest and compound interest. Okay, then profit and loss. Okay, please get familiar with these 5 topics in quant. First in the topics, and the topic solve as many questions as possible and get familiar with these questions. Use the previous marks that you have taken. I know almost everyone except some 4 to 5 students, remaining 25 to 26 students, quant நிறைய அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணல. அதெல்லாம் எடுத்து சால்வ் பண்ணீங்கனாலே இந்த டாபிக்ஸ்ல ஒரு ஐடியா கிடைச்சிருக்கு. Apart from that, you have books for conceptual clarity. You can do that. Okay. You have previous year questions in your question bank. You can use that. This is for quant. Now, logical reasoning, reading comprehension, legal reasoning, all these three, you have books plus mocks plus previous year questions. என்னது மூணுக்குமே சொல்றேன். For logical reasoning, books solve பண்ணுங்க, mock test solve பண்ணுங்க, previous year questions. Same applies to reading comprehension, same applies to legal reasoning. So we will be starting legal reasoning mostly from next week. In the week Sunday முடிஞ்ச ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுவோம். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா from next week we will be starting legal reasoning classes. Okay. Legal reasoning வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா we always for all the batches we do only in the last 5 months. You know, legal reasoning பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் if terminologies and everything, you know, if are taught earlier stage, ரொம்ப சீக்கிரமாவே சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா எல்லாம் மறந்து போயிடுறீங்க. இதை நாங்க இனிஷியலா 2 பேட்சுக்கு அப்சர்வ் பண்ணி it didn't work out. Throughout சொல்லி கொடுத்து பார்த்தோம், எல்லாம் மறந்துட்டாங்க. They didn't have touch at all. Okay. And the consistent practice legal வரவே இல்லை. So for the last 6 to 5 months now we are focusing on this legal reasoning. So this 5 months also will focus a lot on legal reasoning and current affairs. Okay, apart from that, legal, logical, English and quant, logical English and quant will also happen. But more focus will be given for legal reasoning and current affairs. சரியா? So the last part is the mock test. Okay, the things that you need to keep in your mind about mock test. First, when you write your mock, the first and foremost important thing is time management. Time management. Section wise time பிரிச்சுக்கோங்க. Split times for each and every section. You have English 24 questions, let's say. Last year pattern reference எடுத்துக்கணும். Current affairs GK 28. Legal 32. Logical 24. Quant 12. These are questions. Time to be given. In the 24 questions, 24 questions, let's say you spend 20 minutes. Okay, current affairs and GK, 10 minutes should be sufficient. 32 questions, let's say 35 minutes. Logical 24 questions, 30 minutes. Remaining, how much you have?
15.
15 now.
25.
See, 20 and 10, 30 and 30, 60, 60 and 35. 95 minutes is gone, which means remaining you have 25 minutes. Say, இதுக்கும் 30 minutes கொடுத்துடலாம். Since we can find time, 15 minutes. Okay, 120 questions, 120 minutes. Can't you do this, people? You need to stick to time. Only then you will be able to go through, you know, all the sections. Maybe one section customer, then one section easier. அதனால நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்னா you have to stick to this. Mock testல கண்டிப்பா இது பண்ணணும். You have to do this definitely in the mock test. Only then you will get to attempt, you know, all the sections. ஒரு சில செக்ஷன் நீங்க அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணாம வச்சிருந்தீங்கன்னா கடைசி வரைக்கும் you will not gain the confidence to attend that particular section. Okay, so time management is the first thing that you need to focus. Second, strategize. You need to come up with your own strategy. Please think about that. You need to come up with your own strategy. With continuous practice, continuous mock test only, you'll be able to do that. Okay. Then the next thing from the mocks, which are to be focused is stop overthinking. ரொம்ப யோசிக்காதீங்க. Make it simple. Don't overthink. Make it simple, because after understanding and making a lot of mistakes, analysis நல்லா பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா don't overthink. சரியா? Stop overthinking. Okay, fine. And the last point is never ever skip analysis of notes. Never ever skip analysis of your mock test. So these are the points that you need to focus on the mock test. As I told you, there are 47 CLAT mocks. Okay, 12 AILET mocks. These many mock tests are happening for you. Time management, strategy கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது, okay, practicing with questions and analysis of mocks. All, if you do for almost all these mock tests, then nothing else can stop you from scoring. Okay, and for the people still struggling to analyze, please listen. Okay, you have everything available in your my zone. ஒரு mock test முடிக்கிறீங்களா, you what you can do is you click this analysis. இதெல்லாம் போறீங்களான்னு எனக்கு சத்தியமா தெரியல. Go to the analysis section. You will be able to see the previous mocks that you have taken. Okay, click view analysis. இந்த ஒரு mock prime of 13 ஓட analysis மட்டும் பார்க்கணும். I have to look into the prime of 13's analysis alone. Means click the view analysis. Okay, get inside it. Scoreboard அது எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். Go to the accuracy section. If you go to accuracy section, look at each and every detail. Total attempts 29. Number of correct response 23. Incorrect 6. Appa incorrect 6 na, because of the 6 wrong, I lost 1.5 marks. For each and every section, you will be able to look like this. You'll be able to check like this. Okay, and look another part. If you have skipped these questions in the wrong attempts, நீங்க பண்ணாம இருந்திருந்தீங்கன்னா, you would have got 96 marks. In case if you have got 96 marks, what would have been your percentile? Are you all checking this? இதுல இன்னும் கீழே போனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு எந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ்லாம் டிஃபிகல்ட், எந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ்லாம் ஈஸி அப்படிங்கிற கிளாசிஃபிகேஷனும் இருக்கு. Then you have video analysis. How many of you are utilizing the video analysis? It might become, it might be coming late. Video analysis கொஞ்சம் லேட்டா வரும், but they will come. How many of you are using this to analyze? Please think about it. An excellent option is drill down analysis. Drill down analysis எதுக்குன்னா, மல்டிபிள் டெஸ்ட் நீங்க சூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். You can choose multiple test. செக் பாக்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுக்கு ரீசனே அதுதான். இது கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே செலக்ட் ஆயிடுமா? Give this, check this box. எல்லாமே செலக்ட் ஆயிடுச்சா? Click drill down analysis. Click this button. Okay, you will get it in detail like this. Logical reasoningல critical reasoning based questions எத்தனை வந்துச்சு, அதுல நீங்க எத்தனை அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணீங்க, so number of questions that came in the paper, how many you attempted, how many you got right. So you will be able to assess your accuracy based on this. Okay, see this blue color is total number of questions 339, and this might be like 300 questions you attempted, and out of this you got only like 250 questions right. From this you will be able to know which section, which particular topic you are not at all attempting. எந்த டாபிக் நீங்க அட்டெம்ப்ட் பண்றதுலங்கிறது தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். ஓகே, எந்த டாபிக்ல மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் அதிகமா வருதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். ஓவரால் எல்லா டெஸ்ட்ல இருந்தும் கிடைக்கிற லேர்னிங்ஸ் you will be able to get in drill down analysis. Okay, So I think this is all from my end. So ultimately, what I'm telling you is process is the key. Okay, process is the key. Fine. What is the process? What do you go through? What you go through is the process here. Okay. What do you go through? Each and every day you put efforts, you spend time on your preparation for CLAT. That is the process. If you do the process right, you will be able to get the result as expected. Okay, so please focus on this process of preparation. Okay, so I want everybody of you to fill this, put a schedule. So this one is GK and current affairs, something that you should do each and every day, each and every day. Apart from this, you have to put a schedule. On a Monday, I have 1 hour, I have 2 hours, I have 1 hour, I have half an hour. What am I going to prepare? Please put a schedule like this and start working. Only if you prepare a schedule like this and start working, you will be able to dedicate, a fixed amount of time for your CLAT. இல்லைன்னா அப்புறம் பார்த்துக்கலாம் அப்போ படிக்கிறேன் இப்போ படிக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு you will not find time at all. You need to dedicate time and prepare. Only then you will be able to spend time on CLAT preparation. Okay. Now coming to the final part, do you people have any doubts? So we discussed a lot of things today, starting with what questions you might have in your mind. Answer all those questions. And next thing is the scores that you need to target. We discussed about the scores that you need to target in your mock tests, okay, or the actual examination itself, right? Next, for each and every section, what should be done? For current affairs, the resources that are available, observing the previous year pattern. What are the topics and what are the kinds of ones we need to focus? What are the types of news that we need to focus? Coming to quant. In quant, what are the topics you need not, you should not, you must not avoid at all? What topics you need to definitely practice with? 5 topics we discussed. Logical, legal, and reading comprehension. We'll discuss in detail in upcoming classes with strategies. That's how our classes are planned. But in general, for your practice, you have to solve as many passages as possible for the reading section, these 3 sections. Okay, that's why I told practice with books. Okay, and then the question bank and then the mock test. Please do that. Okay, for the 3 sections. And finally, we also discussed about the analysis part of the marks. And don't skip any mock test. Don't skip any mock tests. And focus on these areas when you write the mocks. Time management, strategizing. Okay, and stop overthinking to improve your accuracy. Okay, and after mocks, analysis is very much important. And finally, each and every day, please dedicate time. Okay, so that's all from my end. Is there any doubts, people? If you ask for more marks, I can give you the old marks, but old marks will have 150 questions. Okay, maybe you can skip some passage, start பண்றப்பே சில passages skip பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க மீதி 120 மார்க்ஸ்க்கு மட்டும் டெஸ்ட் எடுத்து ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே, பட் உங்களுக்கு வர மார்க்ஸே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 47 மார்க்ஸ். as I told you, you are getting 47 marks. அதுவே சஃபிஷியண்டா தான் இருக்கணும். பட் ஸ்டில் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் மோர் மார்க்ஸ், நோ வரிஸ். as I told you, ஒரு மெசேஜ் மட்டும் நீங்க ட்ராப் பண்ணுங்க. ட்ராப் a message in the WhatsApp. I will pick up a few previous year marks and I'll keep it so that you can use it. Yes, right. Okay, people. Then I think we can wind up for the day. If you have any personal doubts also, please do call me or message me and discuss as soon as possible. Okay, resolve your doubts and please start focusing completely for the CLAT preparation. Right? Thank you, people.